Hey YouTubers, this is my first YouTube video, so we'll see what we can do. This is my 2006 Chevy Impala. It's been sitting for 2 years because I had a fine at motor vehicles that I had to pay off. So I just, once my tags expired, I just sat it. But getting that taken care of, so I'm about to put it back on the road. But the first thing I had to do was a lot of stuff. You know, when cars sit there, a lot of stuff happens. But other than getting a new battery, I started it up. It's been running pretty good. I got to do a bunch of, maintenance work, change the oil, flush the radiator, all that good stuff. But today I'm going to detail this engine. And let me just tell you first, before I detail it, there's a couple things that I did first. First, there was some dry rot on some of these cable wiring, so I just put some new wiring on the portions that were dry rotted really bad. It also had a lot of rust on it, and I was able to take the rust off with this stuff called this stuff is pretty good, man. I mean, these bolts here were completely rusted. Some of the other bolts, these are rusty. You see it got a little more white oxidation on it. But it was, I mean, this stuff was completely rusted. These bolts here are, but I used this stuff from Home Depot. It's called Loctite Naval Jelly Rust Dissolver. It's about $4, and it worked pretty good. Then I guess this is the engine top, on what you call this, manifold, and the alternator were completely oxidized as well. And I used this, I saw a couple other YouTube videos, and I used this Marvel Mystery Oil for that. That stuff worked good. I'm going to use the rest to put in my car to get the engine running pretty good. But it was good for the aluminum. I didn't put too much down here because I didn't want to touch too much stuff down here. But I'm assuming that if I would have done it down in there, I would have done it as well. So the next thing I did was spray all of the electrical components with some electrical cleaner. And by the way, none of these products have paid me to endorse them. I'm just going off of stuff that I saw on YouTube as well. And then what I'm going to do is wrap the electrical components in aluminum foil before I spray the degreaser. Now, I sprayed I also learned from a detail, I didn't buy anything really expensive. I'm going to use this Zep I got from Home Depot as well. It cost me about $3. Actually, I already put it on the plastic covering there. You can see how I did that. But I'm going to spray it all down, and we'll see what happens. But right now I'm going to wrap all the electrical components in aluminum foil, and then I think we should be all set to spray the degreaser. Alright. Oh, and after I degrease, I'm going to use this engine shine protector. Now, there's a cover for this. I already did the cover for that, and it came out really good. I washed it, and I just washed it with soap and water and put it on, and the cover's sitting over here. But this thing is looking nice. Alright. So that's the only other thing I'm debating is the covering up top. I don't really want to take it off because it's a hassle, but I can't put that degreaser on it because it might ruin it. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with that covering. But I'll probably take it off, but we'll see. Alright, so when I come back, I'll have the foil on the electrical components. Okay, I'm back. I put all the foil on all of the electrical units that I could find. Probably did overkill on this. I didn't do the alternator because all the videos that I saw, and I've actually steam cleaned the engine before. Alternators usually do okay, but all these little electrical components, especially that what do you call it, map sensor, so that's very important to cover. I haven't did the fan is down there. Probably a little overkill, but like I said, this thing's been sitting for 2 years, and I was shocked that it actually started up and ran. Ran pretty good, actually. Um, so I'm going to spray the engine degreaser on it, and I can't hard to kind of do that while I'm filming. So again, this is the degreaser that I'm going to use. It's just some heavy duty degreaser from Home Depot, and I'll start spraying it. And I left this thing on. I put some on degreaser on there. I'm not gonna put a lot on there because this is like some salt material, but I just don't feel like taking it off, so I'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna spray it and then I'll come back. They say just work your way all the way around and work your way up, but I'm gonna spray this and then I will come back. Okay, so I sprayed it and it took about half the bottle to do it. So now I'm gonna hose it down and hopefully start. I don't know, I'm getting nervous. But look, the grease is coming off real good. Still, I might hit these corner edges a little bit as well, a little more. But I'm gonna, yeah, I'll hit it a little more. I used about almost all the bottle actually. So I'll hit it down and try some, and then hose it up. Okay, so I'm back. I hosed it down and it did a pretty good job. There's some caked on stuff that I'm going to go around and wipe. But for the most part, it looks a lot better. So I'm going to go around and wipe down some of this caked off stuff and hose it again, and then we'll see how it looks after that. Then I'll start this up and pray that nothing went bad. Okay, so I'm back. It did a good job on the engine. Only thing is, it didn't do a great job on this painted stuff, so I might have to go back and wipe those down by themselves. There was a lot of dirt, but for the most part, the engine and the components are good. I'm going to try to start this up and see if it goes. But I think I'm going to take this aluminum foil off first because I don't know how that affects the electronics. So I'll take that off and then I'll give it a whirl. Okay, I took all the foil off except for those. One of the things I would recommend is you would take that covering off, because although it looks clean, it's pretty clean actually, but what it does is like a sponge, so it continues to drip, and it's actually dripping on one of those electrical components. So we'll see. Okay, so here we go, guys. Like I said, this car's been sitting for 2 years and it was starting fine. I hope it works now. All right. Let's see. The check engine light was on already for a evap sensor that's not related. So looks like it started up. We're gonna let that engine air out, warm up a little bit. Smoking, but I'm hoping that is related to the engine degreaser. As it's warming up, the smoke is dying off. Yeah, the smoke is dying off. Whew, that's a little scary. I said this car was sitting for 2 years. Yeah, smoke died off. I mean, it's not perfect. It's 2 years old, 2 years sitting. There's a lot of buildup loose. I think I would have to hit it again. It ain't perfect, but it's not bad. Much cleaner than it was. So I'm gonna put the gunk on it, and we'll see how it finally does. Off some of these little auto pearls. And like I said, next time I would actually take this off because this is like a sponge and it's dripping on the electrical unit. But for the most part, it looks good. And I'm gonna put the gunk and we'll see what that looks like when it's done. Okay, so I got the car started and looks pretty good. I'm gonna spray the gunk on it now. The shine. This stuff, like I said, I used it on my cover and it looked pretty good. So I'll spray this and then we'll see how it goes after that. Okay, so I'm back. I put everything back on and this is the finished product. Wow. This is what that gunk shine stuff really adds it on to it. I mean, it gets rid of that rust stains. You can't see the rust stains anymore. I don't know how long this is going to last on it, but I don't care. Like I said, this car was sitting for 2 years. The hoses look shiny. And what it also did was it took off some of this dirt here as well. It's this stuff, the gold trim is still a little dirty. I might wash that with something else. It really didn't get that as clean as I wanted to. Maybe I needed to sit or scrub it real good. But as far as the engine components, that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to start it up. I have not started it up since I put the gunk on it. So I'm going to start it up. Hopefully it'll still crank up okay. I would imagine it's going to smoke, but I'll see. Crank right up. Let's see if any smoke smokes off of it. And there is no smoke coming off of it. I swear to God, this car smells like it's running, it's idling better too. But like I said, this thing was sitting for 2 years, still got some maintenance I need to check on, especially rusted brakes. I might put some videos on there, see if I can save those rotors underneath the car. But the engine's fine. Now I'm going to go and run another test, see if there's any other codes that are showing up on it. Like I said, I do have one code that was an evap solenoid or something like that, but I had no other codes running. Alright. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps.